Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm just doing a quick video here. I know it's been, oh geez, maybe up to 2 months, maybe a month and a half since I've really done any YouTube videos. Most of the videos you guys have been seeing that have been uploaded are my live stream stuff that you can check at picarto.tv. The links and all that garbage are in the bottom. Come check it out if you're interested, and maybe have a little bit of fun. But the reason I'm doing this video here is it's kind of a mix between, wanting to do something to release out there that's not that long, 10 or 1 to 2 hour video, as well as just kind of like an update what's going on, things like that. And this, what I'm doing right here, is something that I've started to do at the start of my day. Basically, before going to the day job, get in a minimum of 10 minutes all the way up to a half hour of trying to fill a page with just some like thumbnail-esque sketches. And I did this during yesterday's live stream, and it kind of sparked something in my head of, you know what, would be kind of cool is if we could just do a video so I can kind of talk to those of you out there that don't watch the long videos, and you can kind of see what's going on here. So, I made a story for this. And I don't normally do that in Manga Studio 5. I'm used to this in Manga Studio 4, just to batch a bunch of these pages together. And I can't, is it story? Maybe? Is it view story? Do we get anything like that? Page manager? Open page maybe? Yeah, I'll save that. I just want the window just so you guys can kind of see where we're going here before we get going. Okay, well I can't find it, so we'll get there together. Whoop. And all that stuff. And the whole purpose of what I do here is just to break off sleep and that kind of stuff, just to get the brain going. Okay, it's time to wake up. It's time to do a little bit of thinking. Just get a little creative. And normally I do this with a regular piece of paper, 8.5 by 11, and I'll just grab a Bic pen. It's like a blue pen, which you can kind of see here. And I'll do these sort of thumbnail-ish type of sketches. There's no thought really to any of them. It's just, figuring out like what we're going to do today. Let my brain settle in on, all right, we're going to be drawing today, on all that stuff. And then I'll grab a Copic marker. Or, I don't actually know if I own Copics, or if they're called something else. Prismacolor? I think that's the other one. I have one or the other. And I have like this cool gray that I just sort of draw underneath. And you're going to see that's what we're going to end up doing here. And it's just to block, so you get some solid shapes of like darks and lights, blacks and whites. Quick, it's an easy way for your eye to visualize with things. And the reason I use a Bic pen is I'm very comfortable with it. I would never do like client work with it. And by Bic pen, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, it's like the cheapest. If you went to a dollar store or an office store and you had to buy pens just for around the house to like write grocery list notes, and like a pen, just a generic, non-artsy fartsy pen. And I grew up with that kind of stuff, so I'm very comfortable with them. And that's just the tools I use. That way, I'm not fussing around with the tools themselves. It's just sort of all right, get some ideas out. If you got like an envelope near you or something, maybe you're talking on the phone and you get some phone sketches going. That's basically all it is. And it's to wake up. I find that if I start the day with drawing of any kind, even this, the rest of my day tends to be a little bit more productive. And I prefer to start the day with it, but today I was running a little bit behind, and it sort of doubled as, you know what, I'll make it up by just doing a little video, talking with you guys, you girls out there, and see how things are going. So how's everybody doing? What are your projects looking like? You guys running into any trouble, any problems, anything like that? Leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Hear what you're struggling with and stuff. But the project I'm working on right now is called Worlds in Peril. Most of the videos that have been uploaded, for the last little while, project related wise, they are just that. They're the Worlds in Peril project. And it's wrapping up. We're getting about to the point now where it's almost done. And then we're going to be able to start putting out some more YouTube videos on a more consistent basis. The deadline's very, very intensive right now. So a lot of my energy and attention, and that's probably why you guys haven't seen anything from Castle Dracula or any of the other personal projects and stuff is because I just had to sit back a little bit and just really focus on getting that project where it needs to be. So, like I say, we'll get there. No big deal. Sometimes with these little sketches here, I'll do like a weird perspective or just something to get my brain thinking a little complex of like how do you solve something out. I don't like to take too much time figuring out what I'm going to draw. That's not necessarily the point of any of this. This is sort of just fill up a page with some of these. I enjoy this. I find these to be pretty fun and pretty cool. And sometimes before I sit down, I'll just sort of like grab like a fistful or a few fingers full worth of pages here that are all like this, and just really quickly go through just to kind of see some ideas that I've been thinking of, or like what was last month like. Am I seeing a lot of recurring themes? Is there a creature or a character in there that I'm gravitating to? A shape? You know, and it's trying to be very, very focused on just shape, and if I can tell an emotion, well, not really even an emotion, but tell a story, I suppose, in the quickest way possible, without having to spend too much time over nothing. Because these are thumbnails, I would go ahead and call them, maybe even rougher than a thumbnail. Some regards even tighter than a thumbnail. Depends who it's for, you know, like if this was for a client, it might be good enough. If it's for me, it's probably a little bit of overkill. There's a little too much information in here. But that's okay. It's all about being fun. There's no rules, there's no clients, there's no guideline for this. Try to make that brush a little bigger here. Don't want to be spending all the time just doing that kind of stuff. But like I say, this would be 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper if you were going to do this on like printer paper that I normally do it on. And here we're going to do something just, I don't know, we'll try getting some perspective of a hand or something maybe. Just go in here and add some darker value here with the pen. So yeah, I guess I could talk a little bit about the streaming, how that's been going. If you haven't been to any of the streams lately, or at all, maybe it'll be a little update for you guys, and that's cool. Live stream where I used to go was fine, but then I started looking around to see if there's any other streaming sites that provided like a simple mailing list. You know, like if you were to follow me and you wanted updates, like, oh, are we streaming now? That kind of thing. I know a lot of people were kind of jonesing to get some of that action going, just for like notifications, you know, so you wouldn't forget or anything like that. And I thought it was pretty cool that people would even be interested in that, you know. A lot of people just watch the streams once they're on YouTube, which is cool too. That's just what I figured, like it wasn't that big of a deal. But Picarto.tv seemed like it was the place to go. The only problem that it has is you can't really watch any past streams unless I'm like a paid subscriber or something, which might happen in time. But for now, there's no reason to do any of that stuff. I'm uploading the Wednesday shows anyway here on YouTube, so it's not like it's a big slight or anything. Let's grab a marker here and just. I forget where I actually got this marker. I don't know if I made this or if it was going around on the internet for a little while. There's a guy. There's Friendin, I believe, and there's somebody else that does brushes. And one of them, I believe, is where this is from. Unless I farted around one day and I just started coming up with stuff. Because I see this up here, I noticed I had a color palette. Cool Gray Copic. I don't know if that comes with Manga Studio by default or not. It feels like it doesn't. Maybe we can just do like a close-up of an eye or something here. Got a little intense here. So I can practice some quick rendering. This sort of eye rendering you can see where it's like heavy to light, where it just starts to fade away. As of late, I've been a real big fan of that rendering. And most of it just comes from pen sketches like this, like right here, like just doing that. I'm going to do it again here. As opposed to rendering like, I guess like a little bit more traditional comic book like. You know, and I like both. Both have their place and like a certain feel. But when you're going quick, I really dig this sort of volume building. Yeah, I'm just going to rotate my canvas around a little bit here. So yeah, I don't know if I asked the people in the stream last night the same question because we started the stream with this as well. That stream will be uploaded this weekend, so you guys can check it out if you want. If you wanted to see or hear me talk a little bit more about why I'm doing this. But again, I asked the question last night, so I'll ask it here too. Please leave a comment so I can check it out. But do you guys have any, not necessarily morning rituals? I'm not really listening or looking to hear, oh, you know, like I get up, I read the newspaper, check out some news, grab a coffee. That's cool. But I'm more interested in like, do you have like an art ritual? Do you get up and you do 5 minutes of study? Do you do something like this where you just grab your sketchbook and just kind of put stuff in it just to get the day started? It's always fun to hear how everybody has their own little ways of working. A little lighting on his eye or something there. We could probably do like one or two more here. I don't want this video to be too long. Just wanted to say hey to you guys. I like working in like a box kind of thing. It feels more comic bookish, you know, like everything's in a panel. But it also lets me try to figure out solutions or how I can fill this box in a certain way, you know. We can just do like a She's got some big ears here. Give her a little spiky haircut. Again, it's not really worrying about anatomy too much. It's just kind of have fun with it. Just start throwing some lines around just to warm up. Don't tie yourself to anything here. You know, you could always, if you like something that you do in the morning with like this sort of rough style, you could always go back to it. I think that's the point, right? It's try to figure out something that's going on that you're doing, and you could always come back and get more information from it or take away something from it later. And like I really don't like this drawing right here to be to be absolutely honest with you, even though this isn't about liking what you're doing necessarily. It's just to wake up and break that rust off. But I'm gonna do another one here with just like some sultry lips or something. Got a lot of room down at the bottom here. And I don't know why, but I always get a kick out of doing this. I almost draw like these kinds of lips every day. And I'm not sure why, but it just, I don't know. I don't want to say it feels good, but it's, I just like the volume that I can get in there. And again, it's a simple way of playing with space and perspective. All the stuff that the rest of the work that you're gonna do today, you know, has to be incorporated. We can just bring some teeth in here, maybe. Try to round the lips out a little bit. Put a little mole or something here. Oops. I'm gonna try to color. Oh, got the wrong color here. Just gonna try to color everything but the lips here. See if just to make it pop a little bit. That looks pretty cool. That's about it. Maybe okay. We got. I don't like leaving dead space like this up here, so we're just gonna do one more, and then we're gonna call this video. What do we do here? Let's see if we can think of something. It's another long rectangle. Maybe we can do maybe like a weapon or something, like a sword. Really crazy fantasy sword, maybe. When I design this kind of stuff, I try to keep the pen going without it stopping too much, just so it can have more of an organic feel, right? Like, once again, this isn't meant to be a final in any way, but it's really cool to just let your brain figure it out as you go. And there's going to be a lot, I find that when I do stuff like this, that I really don't like once it's all totally done. But there's usually some elements in there that are pretty cool, pretty fun. And this is a pretty typical fantasy sword. There's nothing really unique about this here. You know, and if I were to go in and tighten this up, maybe put like a skull on there or something to jazz these up a little bit. But that's enough information there. Just again, it's just to draw something that's not necessarily a body or a person, right? Just draw something that's different. Okay, where did it go? Oh, there it is. I'm just gonna actually shade the background here, just to make that sword pop up. And when I say pop up, the idea is to draw your focus to something. So drawing the artwork here is pretty cool, but then with a Prisma marker, just like a fat colored pencil or something, you can just quickly punch in a single dark tone, and it draws your eye to a certain thing, you know? And what this does is a very quick way to help train you so that when you're doing your production work, you can just quickly look and go, okay, well, where do I want people to look? Where do I want their eyes to go, you know? And that's sort of what this stuff does here. So anyway, thanks guys for watching. There will be more videos coming up soon next month. Stay tuned for that. A lot of making comics, actual tutorials, I guess. We can get back into that. And more just, you know what, I'm sketching today. I'm going to record it and just talk over it because I think you guys enjoy that too. So thanks again. I will be releasing a new video, man, I want to say as early as I possibly can. I've gone back and reread some of the comments on a previous video I did of what content would you guys be interested in. I'm going to redo that one as I've already tapped into the old one, just to see and get a feeling for like current ideas that people are interested in, stuff like that. So please save some time, post a comment in that video. But until next time, you guys, thank you so much once again for watching. We'll get new stuff out to you very soon. And yeah, that's about it. So keep reading comics, keep making comics, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.